Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zara Berserk. I've just again and again been going through the Quran ayahs, and finally want to show you again how pervert he is, cold-hearted. So I was wondering if there was any, and couldn't see it, if there was any proof, hint of the exchanging of wives, or was it just exchanging wives for other wives, or was it exchanging wives of others and his own wives, right? Surah Azab ayat 52. So here it is, right at the ayat, to remind you, goes, not lawful to you, O Muhammad, are any additional women after this, nor is it for you to exchange them for other wives. So this also, just trying to find my pen again, sorry, I'm so disorganized. So this ayat, nor is it for you to exchange them for other wives. And now, it was right in front of my eyes and I couldn't see it. I had corrected myself previously in my previous live stream that no, this is not exchanging wives, taking another man's wife and giving him his wife. Because in Surah Azab, also in that ayat which says you can't marry his wives after he dies or something, or you just can't marry his wives, right? So then, this is the way I do my research, and I hope, again, no one comes here, the Muslims don't come here blaming me for putting stories, this is the research where you, I don't know what you call it, like how to extract evidence out of a criminal when you only have his book that he claims given to him by Allah through Gabriel. And I found many things, but for now, in this ayat, so like if I wish I'd see how, so in ayat 30, Surah 33, ayat 37, it says, O Prophet, call to mind when you said to him whom Allah had favored and you had favored, cleave to your wife and fear Allah. And you concealed within yourself for fear of people what Allah was to reveal. Although Allah has greater right that you fear Him. So when Zaid had accomplished what he would of her, we gave her in marriage to you. So now there in 36 ayat it also says, like, whatever Allah and the Prophet have decided for you, you have no option in that. You have to obey them if you are believing men and believing women. So, you know the background of this. Oh God. Okay, there's something wrong with me. And my voice also. So excuse me. Hope it's found a booster. So let's see how it is coming here. Whether it's... Is it working? It's working, I think, on with the headphones and all. Okay. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. Although my voice is not good today, I have a problem with my voice. I think because of the sour things and all I have. And so I think I also need something more, here to eat. So now extracting evidence through what I have, after having proven for sure that this Quran is false, it's a false book, like Allah tells us in that ayat in Surah Nisa, which one? I keep forgetting. That, reflect on the Quran ayats. If it was from any other than Allah, it would have much contradictions in it, finding much errors, omissions also. Definitely not from the all-knowing God. Now, we know that, right? There's ample evidence. So now I can safely show you the hints where from the Quran ayahs I had to go through this way, and then I just had thought, so now even though here he tells Zaid to fear Allah and keep his wife, right? Surah 33 37, cleave to your wife and fear Allah. Cleave, meaning keep your wife and fear Allah. This is a command. When the Prophet says this, it's a way of command, right? This is the style of the Quran. You can see, right? Make out. It's a command. But so when Zaid had accomplished, he should not have divorced Zainab then. Because if you don't obey Allah and His Messenger, what happens? You're a disbeliever. You automatically become a disbeliever. But here we're told, so when Zaid had accomplished, this is his sick mind, right? He wants this kind of a thing. This is the way he, although he didn't give Zaid his wife, but he took Zaid's, telling us through the Quran that Zaid accomplished his need for her, his wife, and so we gave you her in marriage. We gave you her in marriage. What a sick man. So you see, as the Shias also, they don't tell us the reason. No, only the Shias don't tell us the reason why he was stopped from marrying additional women or whatever it was, taking women. It's just written like this, like taking women here in this ayat. So somewhere I have to be very observant and very strict, as he is very strict, and it's Allah against the idol worshippers, disbelievers, and even believers. Surah Tawbah had like they shouldn't take their fathers and family members if they choose disbelief. They would be defiantly disobedient or zalim and things like that. Or in Surah Tawbah, same surah, ayah 24, it says zalim or whichever the last word used for the believers, if they do that. Very strict and all this. So we have to see this in a very strict manner and not to use conjectures, guesswork. So applying the Quran's way, style, and all to, investigate and find out the truth, if the truth be against him. And the truth is against him, Prophet Muhammad. Not lawful to you are any, that you should take women after this, or any women that you should take. This is just a loose translation of Sahih International. Yes, and women as wives. It doesn't even say as wives. But you would say the previous ayat and all this. No, Allah has to be more precise in every ayat that He gives us. Since I found this, it's a rubbish thing, this book, sorry. Nor is it for you to exchange them for other wives. Like, exchange them. So I would say that divorce them and then take other women. Divorce your wives. But it says exchange, but it's like Urdu word saying badli, exchanging. So God didn't use a proper word for this. It could be open to interpretation. But then you do see that He's taken Zaid's wife, and how beautifully He's done it by taking his wife, and we would never even think twice how it's been covered, right? So in Surah Azab, how it's been covered. Like, So when Zaid had accomplished, what a stupid, I mean, how could you not see it? And I think a ninth grade nowadays, as you know, with all this technology advancement, is maybe the children are also advancing in their becoming more intelligent earlier on in the earlier years. I mean, a ninth grade person, student would be able to see this, right? There's a contradiction here. Prophet is commanding Zaid not to keep his wife, not to divorce his wife and fear Allah. And then all of a sudden we're told that Zaid had accomplished what he would of her. Right under our noses, he's committed a. This is a contradiction in one ayat in itself. And no one has cared to point this out. I don't know why. And see this. And we're going to Imam Hussein and, you know, the Hussein. Then the Shias, their passion and their Imam Hussein saved humanity, nothing parallel. How it's been covered. And then today I was wondering, then where did Saifai Sajjad, the Psalms of Hazrat Imam Sajjad come from? The son of Imam Hussein in Karbala. He was in Karbala. Later on, he's written the Psalms or something. So where did that, all those beautiful prayers, I would say, come from? From such a person who was so shy and couldn't hear the women's voices going out. And then the Quran ayat, voluptuous women, we will give you in the hereafter, in the heavens or something like that. So it's such a stark contradiction. And here in Surah Azab ayat 37, it's right in front of our eyes. So I've done a lot of detail trying to tell you. Then still some, Muslims come. I don't know why. To tell me otherwise, that I'm making stories of the Quran ayats. My goodness. Not lawful for you, O Muhammad, are any additional women after this, nor is it for you to exchange them for other wives. Or maybe it means others' wives. Because that's what he's done, hasn't he? But he made Zaid divorce her. I mean, I'm getting stuck. You know why? You know when a person is traumatized, is shocked. अटक जाता है. Right? Stuck. Like, can't you see this? That there's a contradiction in this ayat itself. Okay, but I'm on this, exchanging wives. So how he did it, let's see. So when Zaid had accomplished what he would of her, we gave her in marriage to you. So there should not be any constraint for the believer regarding the wives of their adopted sons. What a sick man, what a sick man. And how beautiful. Now we have this analysis. You see, a very, very sick man, perverted man of his time, and how he's made it beautiful, easy for you believers. How come it doesn't occur to any religious scholar? If it did, then they must have left Shia Islam. Like when it occurred to me, I realized this. This ayat was enough for me to leave. This ayat was enough for me to leave Islam. Contradiction in this ayat. How can Zaid, when he's commanded Zaid and 36 is a topping? And here, Surah Nisa says, 47, 46, to obey the Prophet is to obey Allah. This is a command from the Prophet also, to keep your wife and fear Allah. Taqwa. So any moment who doesn't have taqwa of Allah, how could Zaid divorce his wife? Please tell me, Fiaz, especially you who consider yourselves from Imam Ali, the one who knows everything, ask me. From Imam Hussein, the one who gave us the example of sacrifice, how to win Islam back from hypocrites, and how to give your all. And then from Imam Zain al-Abidin, the heights where even Jesus Christ is, you can't, like the example, love your neighbors, love your enemies, bless those who curse you. Imam Zain al-Abidin was the zenith of that. The example, walking, talking example of that. Some of the things I've told you about him. One thing that he gave to his, it's a heresy. So he gave water to his father's butcherer, who butchered his father, thirsty. 3 days they were thirsty, or 4 days, something like that, in Karbala. Yet he gave. He went through all that, and the butcherer he gave. And they, so a lot in Karbala, what they did to his father. Very hard for me. So please help me. Shias. Sorry, excuse me, is it rude? I just put something in my mouth. Can't take this. Okay, what's the other thing here? Surah Tawbah 96. They will swear to you in order to please you, but even if you become pleased with them, Allah will not be pleased with such an evil-doing folk. What did Prophet Muhammad do? These were hypocrites, annoying, whatever, doing evil things, right? Surah Tahrim Ayat 1, he goes pleasing his wives. The command given to the believers in Surah Ma'idah 87 is not to make unlawful what Allah has made lawful for them. So what he does is good things. He prohibits himself, he makes unlawful what Allah has made lawful for him. Yet the Shias overlook this, forgive him, because God is saying, sometimes you're like the Sunnis, seeking the approval of your wives. You see, he was pleasing his wives. You can't do that as a prophet and as a reasonable man. I've explained, like, why wouldn't a believer do this? Because they're told here now. I found this ayat, Surah Tawbah 96. Because not only in Surah Ma'idah 87, but Surah Tawbah 96, they will swear to you in order to please you. Now they're pleasing the hypocrites. They want, the hypocrites are swearing to them, the believers, to please them. What did he do? Oh my goodness, up and down we go. Surah Tahrim Ayat 1. Can you not see this? They will swear to you in order to please you. What did he do? On top we're told Surah Tahrim Ayat 2, he swore, he took an oath to please his wives against Allah's command. Surah given to the believers. He's not supposed to do this. Surah Ma'idah 87. He swore. So he becomes the hypocrite. I've proven it. One long time ago, uploaded a video. Right? I used to do it on both channels, videos. Live streams I can't do on both channels. That kind of feature has not yet come, or I don't know of it, on YouTube directly. They will swear. He swore. He has ordained a way for you. That's why Surah Tahrim Ayat 2. He has ordained a way for you, believers, to release you. Believers in brackets. Excuse me. Believers in brackets, to release you from such oaths. From such oaths. God is your helper. So he's protecting you from these hypocrites. But he himself became a hypocrite here. These hypocrites, they swear to you in order to please you. But even if you become pleased with them, Allah will not be pleased with. He already know. He should know, the Prophet should know this. Then Surah Tawbah at 97, I also caught him here. Comparing it with Surah Tahrim and other ayahs about him, what he's done. What he's done is, the Bedouins are stronger in Surah Tawbah at 97. The Bedouins are stronger in disbelief and hypocrisy, and more likely not to know the limits. What are they stronger in? Disbelief and hypocrisy. Now please work it out too after I read this ayat. Compare it with Surah Tahrim, ayat 1 and 2. This part I've highlighted for you to see. And more like, let me just underline it. More likely not to know the limits of what? Laws? Allah has revealed to His Messenger. Yes, Allah has not revealed to them. And when Allah has revealed to His Messenger, then, oh Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself? Allah, 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 Allah. Stuck again. I'm eating words too hard to say, but I have to show you. Oh Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself from what? Now if my voice raises, because there's a lot of hurt and anxiety, you'll say I'm berating, or I'm getting angry, or I'm shouting. Okay? God knows. Cold, cold heart, hardened by you. Elton John. Sorry, excuse me. I can't help it. I'm helpless. You see? Oh, wait. The Bedouins are stronger in disbelief. What does it make? If he does the same thing, he doesn't know the limits of what laws of Allah are, that he's going to please his wives. Now, step by step, step by step, step by step, right? I'm taking it step by step. You know, Whitney Houston. Please, can you not see? And if you don't see this, you have invested your lives, your children's lives, your spouse's lives, your family, your parents' have, on this tyrant, mass murderer, gives you such a negative impression and belief against Jews, most Jews of his time, Christians, beliefs. Although they're nice people, they start crying and all this tearful. They become, I think it's Surah Maida or something, Al Imran, I don't know. But the Christian belief is terrible. They're infidels. They're worst of creatures. He uses Allah. Like he used Allah to tell the believers, leave now after your stomach is full. In Surah Ahzab ayat. Now you see, a lot is at stake. And different what do you call it, sects, schools of thought in this religion, at loggerheads, insulting each other, this, that, saying things against each other, that they are deviants. I mean, big thing, like you won't get heaven in the hereafter. Wouldn't you want heaven for your Sunni fellow if you are Shia? But of course, we're told not to force people because there's no compulsion in religion. Truth stands out clear from her. Okay? Yes, but there is compulsion, and I showed you. There is compulsion. There's force. Fear. Before we which ayat is that? Before we obliterate your faces. There's no compulsion in religion. What a hypocrite, I tell you. So I'm pointing it out, and then you can hate me, say things against me, but please hold your horses. Let me explain, let me show this as I keep coming here, and then you can blame me for what you like. know that a lot is at stake. You are worshipping, you are done. You have cried for Imam Hussein. Beaten your chest, not... I mean, what is a beating of chest but inside crying? Even if you haven't beaten your chest, you know what you have given, invested in Imam Hussein. Anyways, but like I used to think that if this religion isn't true, then well and good, I have nothing to fear. But what if this religion is not true? I have a lot to fear. So Satan and his companions make you afraid. I've shown you how those Bedouins, Jews were afraid, right? In Surah Tawbah ayats, how he's made them afraid and called them cowards. But they don't want to fight. War is not good. No, but you will die anyway, so fight for this and fight for this religion. There it's not oppressed women. Okay, in Surah Nisa, we are told in one ayat, he's put that into his Allah. Using Allah, maybe the pagan Allah, Christian Allah, or maybe Jews Allah, or maybe all of their Allahs and their... what the pagans were given and what the Jews and the pagans at that time, policies were having conversations, he's put down here. God knows what this is. One God worshippers only, and but the killing part, I don't think, whoever did that was terrible. Killing the polytheists. But he says that pact they broke. So it's in him. It's on him. Much of it falls on him. He's the worst criminal ever. What else is he? Dishonest man. He's taking money. Surah Tawbah, as you see, how he's taking money and that he will invoke for you people. Where's that at? So, you see this, invocation, I will show you this one. But right now here. So, Surah Tawbah 96 says, they will swear to you in order to please you, but even if you become pleased with them, Allah will not be pleased with such an evil-doing folks. Ask Shia research. When I was doing Shia research, everything fell into perspective. Yes, these wives are bad. You have hadiths against Aisha, jealous, there's annoying the Prophet so much. But what does she become here? And you still keep saying he's a good husband. No. You see, husband different. Yes, husband can go on pleasing his annoying wives and all this. But not by prohibiting, remaining in the daira, in the boundaries of Islam. Even a believing husband, right? Prophet, what can you say about this Prophet? Oh, he's such a good husband, you know. He went pleasing his annoying wives. He was under duress as if the wives were at his throat. Oh my goodness. Yet so many wives so many things in detail. He could say that, Aisha, you are lying and I'm leaving you for now. But no, he has to go pleasing his annoying wives, which have become disbelievers at this time. Curse on those who annoy the Prophet. And there's a severe punishment in the hereafter for them who annoy the Prophet, even disobey him in any way, even raise their voices in any way in front of him, above him or in front of him, how that ayat goes. I keep forgetting. So this, now up and so they will swear to you in order to please you. Please, Shias, do more research on this, contemplate. I'm unable to right now, don't know. But even if you become pleased with them, Allah will not be pleased with them. So he goes pleasing his wives. Then Surah Tawbah at 97. After this, the Baduans are stronger in disbelief and hypocrisy and more likely not to know the limits of Allah, what He's done to the Baduans. When He Himself, what He's done here, Surah Tahrim Ayat 1. Twice, they'll get my last one live stream when earlier on. Surah Tawbah, they'll be punished twice in this world and then the year after, abiding in the fire of hell. Baduans, because they're hypocrites. Shouldn't he be abiding? What a thing. Why do you prohibit seeking the approval of your wives? So the Baduans are stronger in disbelief and hypocrisy and more likely not to know the limits of what? What? Laws. Allah, they put it here. I'm not the one. They put in brackets because Allah could not come put this here. So that you would, it's like obscure so that you would not be able to go back to these ayats like I have. Oh my God. Itna chalak maine kab. Oh, I didn't open my live chat. Such a clever man I've not seen in my life. Maybe there are, but I haven't. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Pardon me. Look. So when they put laws here, more likely. So, hey, he's put him here. Put him here. So, what does this make him? Huh? Disbeliever and hypocrite. Sorry to tell you, you are wrong, Ali says. Ali, you come here and, sorry, thank you for being here. How am I wrong? When I'm showing proof from Quran ayats, right? I've caught this hypocrite. I'm sorry that you see that I'm wrong. Now please give me a reason. Huh? This is crystal clear, Ali brother. Crystal clear. How clear can I get with the Quran ayats? Okay, am I wrong about the omissions? Huh? If you say I'm wrong here, how can Allah omit a perfect book He said He's brought down to us? Huh? And would you possibly leave out some of what is revealed to you? Surah Hud ayat 12. What is left out in these ayats, Surah Nur ayat? Am I wrong here? What is left out in Surah Nur ayat 10? Yeah. Even the estimating what is omitted in this phrase. What do you say about this? Huh? Ali brother, what do you say about Surah Nur ayat 10? Omitted phrase. Go to Quran. I've told you already. Who did I tell you? Ahmad Ali? Please, yeah, I think it was Ahmad Ali. You go to Quran.com, a website, Google search. Go to Surah Nur ayat 10, see Sahih International, click on the foot 1. What kind of proofs will satisfy you in relation to the prophethood of Muhammad? If the Quran was a perfect book, if there was no omission in it, if there were no contradictions in it, then that would definitely satisfy me about the prophethood of Muhammad, the proof of his prophethood. right? But that's not the case, Brother Ali. But now why are you asking me a very fundamental question? So, since you asked a very fundamental question, you think I haven't asked myself this? Come on. Now, don't make me so stupid, to be so stupid, right? Of course. So, very good question, Ali. A very fundamental question why I left Islam. Do you accept prophecies about the future? No. 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 Why are you distracting me from the point here? Omission of the Quran ayats, Ali brother. Again, it happens in Surah Nur ayat 20. No, is this, first of all, Brother Ali, is this a perfect book then? If they're omitted phrases, the ayats are not complete. If it was complete, then Sahih International footnote Quran.com would not have said it's incomplete. Even they are claiming it's incomplete, right? And then what is not omitted? Same ayat, type, words. I want to deal with the root of your apostasy. The root of my apostasy is him. The Quran ayats, the evidence is lacking. How do you get evidence from the Quran? Just because Allah said so? Just because Allah said so? How? You tell me, how do you believe in his prophethood? What is proof for you that would satisfy you in relation to the prophethood of Muhammad? You tell me. I have given ample evidence, extracting it from the Quran ayats. It international, whatever level, its own level, it has failed to provide proof for itself. The Quran, Ali brother, I want to deal with the root of your apostasy. The root problem of my apostasy is this Quran. Right? Nothing else. A true prophet makes the true predictions of the future. Okay, you're jumping to that, but would a true Allah himself says, right? If there were much contradictions in the Quran, errors in the Quran. Also, you see, this is a perfect book. What does it mean? That this book would not have errors. Right? In other words, if Allah is saying this is a perfect book, explained in detail are the verses for you to understand. Stick to the Quran ayats, the source of everything, Islam. Now, what does Allah say here? Do you know this? Do you know your Quran ayat? Do you know that if Allah has told you the disbelievers of that time who were looking for evidence, right? What he told the disbelievers, reflect upon the Quran ayats. If there were much contradictions, you're going to the prophecies of the future. Which prophecy has it come true? Even Surah Ruma, Dr. David Wood was telling us, after the Romans have been defeated, he's put in the Quran ayat that the Romans were defeated, and then they were this and that. Even Shaitan can, even Satan can prophesy, and it comes true in the Quran ayats. So sorry. Oh, I forgot that, right? So if you're coming like this, I can tell you, Shaitan has prophesied about these human beings. It's true. His prophecy came true. It's given in the Quran ayat. I just can't remember the wordings of the Quran ayat. So Shaitan is true, right? Prophet. He's a prophet himself in his own right, as a jinn, as a from the fire. What are you giving me here? But look at this, right? Look at this. Reflect on the Quran ayats. Baba, here, the thing you're giving me, I understand. You see, I must have seen all of this. You're giving me Surah Nur again. Now I'm giving you ayats of Surah Nur which have been omitted, parts which are not there. You're giving me Surah Nur ayat 55. Oh my goodness. It's head banging. Brother, why are you doing this? This is not the style of anyone's research, right? You don't argue like this or discuss in this way. When I'm on a point, you don't distract me from that point. And yet when you have, then do they not reflect upon the Quran? So I reflected upon the Quran and I found contradictions and I found mistakes and I found omissions now, even omissions recently in the Quran ayat. So now what do you want to give me? So what you want to give me, you haven't fulfilled. You haven't told me. You're saying sorry to tell you you are wrong. So please stick to what I'm telling you, showing you. That is in true prophecy of the future. Okay. True prophecy of the future. Even Shaitan, let me remind you, even Shaitan has prophesied truly about these people. Right? Who are ungrateful. Shaitan said they will, I knew it. It's not going. So you wouldn't, what would make you see what I'm showing you? Okay, prophecy of Prophet Muhammad, this ayat came true. Let's say. But can you say the prophecy of Shaitan hasn't come true? Right? Where's that ayat? Shaitan says, Shaitan's assumption came true, Surah Sabah. You know, Shaitan's assumption, he assumed a thing, and it's in, oh, thank God I remembered. Shaitan's assumption about these people came true. About them came true. Thank God I remembered. I think it's Surah Sabah ayat. Huh? According to the jinns realize that I claim. Iblis. Now tell me. And Iblis is Shaitan. Right? Look, and Iblis had already confirmed through them his assumption. So they followed him except for a party of believers. Iblis's opinion about them came true. Forget saying that I have prophesied because Allah has told me. Huh? I will give you Surah Sabah at 20. You can give me prophecies coming true. Prophet Muhammad's. Right? You give me this, I will give you Surah Sabah ayat. Iblis's assumption, like God has told these polytheists that they are assuming, they are liars, they're using assumptions, conjectures, that's like assumption, guesswork. But here, Iblis's prophecy, it's like his assumption came true. He's got spiritual knowledge. His assumption is coming true. What he says comes true. What he thinks comes true about these people. What do you say about that? Surah Nur, ayat 55. And for the life of me, I can't understand why you're sticking to this religion, saying sorry to tell you that you are wrong. Ali, Allah has promised those who have believed among you and done righteous deeds that He will surely grant them succession upon the earth. Assumption is different than a prophecy. Definitely, but Ali, brother, let me give you an example, right? What if the polytheists assumed that their gods are true? Right? And it came true that their gods are true. Huh? It says that no, it cannot come true that their gods are true because it's an assumption. Then how come Iblis's assumption has come true? That's true. Assumption is extremely different from the prophecy. You can't compare them. Allah has said not to use assumption. But Allah tells us Iblis's assumption has come true. You are worshipping Prophet Muhammad. So, here, Surah, please, the verse speaks of Allah's promise, not assumption. But here the verse is saying, I will lose my mind, my head. Ali, brother, here Surah Sabah, ayat 20 is saying that Iblis's assumption, it is not a hadith. It is saying confirmed through them. It is saying, and certainly, wal aqad, like that's a certainty. Aqad, contractual, covenant. Perhaps the covenant which Allah has made with Iblis, that I will fill each one of you with whoever follows you, from jinn and men. Fill hell with both of you. Aqad, wal aqad, certainty. Found true, sadaqa. Or sadaqa. Okay, me in Persian way because my upbringing, a little bit. Sadaqa, right? Sadaqa is about promise from Allah. What promise of Allah? But here, for goodness sakes, you're stuck on Surah Nur at 55. Why are you doing this to yourself? Tell me, if Iblis's assumption came true, this ayat says, what does this ayat say? Surah, come to Surah Nur, Surah Sabah, ayat 20, get out of Surah Nur, ayat 55. Allah's assumption, prophecy. Iblis's assumption, guess. What is this? What is this? Found about them, the assumption, zanna, who? So they followed him. Came true. And I know where you were going to go about Prophet Muhammad's prophecy. not Allah's prophecy. Maybe you were going to go to the Prophet. Please come here. Surah, not here, with here in the ayat. It's really terrible to see how terrible is your intellect has been defeated, very much brainwashed. Very sad to see this, brother. I do not wish any, like, can you refute it? This is assumption, they are different. Yes, but you make out like you're saying prophecy has come true, but excuse, just go. Do you know English? Do you know have you ever learned logic? Or how to do, how to do the research, how to get evidence step by step? Do you know how to take it? You're just looking at Allah's prophecy. You can't do that kind of a thing, right? Assumption is definitely different, but assumption should not come true. The point is that Iblis's assumption of them should not have come true, because assumption in itself, it's a fallacy, because God says assumption should not come true. Can you refute? No. Can you tell me the answer of? Yes, I'm refuting this with another ayat. I'm refuting it. Yes, this is what I am doing, Brother Ali. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I think you need to, who has taught you how to do research? Sorry, I'm refuting it through another ayat, saying that what Allah has said. You didn't even read it. I did read it. Oh, come on, I've read the ayat. Now you want me to read it out loud here? You're just acting like that Ex-Shia, ex-Muslim, ordering me around. I have read it. I know what you mean, that Allah's prophecies come true. Allah's promise is true, right? There are many ayats like this, not only Surah Nur ayat 55. The promise of Allah is true. Surah Taha ayat given to his mother, Moses' mother. It's not only in Surah Nur ayat 55. How we refute a certain thing when he exploits Allah, the all-knowing, who you can't even reach. Okay? And I can read this and tell you, you will, then I will give you a better ayat. You know, in Surah Taha. So you know this is the true Allah. You know Him. You've met Him. You've seen Him like He's seen. You have to see Him like He saw the greatest signs of Allah. How can you believe in Him? And why shouldn't you refute Him? Ask Him. He's seen it in His heart. Surah Najm ayat. This is the way to refute, but if you want me to refute this ayat on its own, Surah Nur ayat 55 is the biggest. If you can refute it, then it is as if you refuted all of them. Okay? Let's see. Allah has promised those who have believed among you and done righteous deeds that He will surely grant them succession to authority upon the earth, just as He granted it to those before them. And He will surely establish. Didn't Allah say, I will protect this Quran? So where are His successors? Where are the Imams? Are you following the Ismaili Imam who's alive with the Quran? Ali is with the Quran and Quran is with Ali. The original, where's the original Quran? surely grant them succession on earth, upon the earth, right? Hazir Imam is Shia, Ismaili Imam, has to use these Quran ayats, right? Where's the original Quran ayat? Where's Imam Mahdi of the Shias? Where's your Caliph? This Quran has to, where's your Allah who protects this Quran? He said he's protected it. Forget the believers. This is a very general ayat. Anyone can take this and put it for his Allah, God, or anyone. All religions have the same thing. It's a very, very general ayat. And you're not even associate. Of course, there is. This ayat has many faults. This speaking of the Sahaba taking over the whole world. Well, according to whom? See, now you'll go to the Hadith, and you're going to one side, Sunni side, and you won't give me the Shia Imam, Shia side Hadith. So you're biased, you see. You're saying about the Sahabas, the Shias believe the Imams, the progeny of Prophet Muhammad, are the caretakers of this. Like Musa was to Harun, not the Sahabas. Didn't come on. Even Sahabas are questioning him, and he must be mad or something. Surah Najm ayat. Many turned out to be hypocrites. Many ayats. Surah Najm ayat. He's gone, what is he? Gone insane. Allah promised a Muslim the whole world, you are reading it. But it's wrong. There's a lot of things, Muslim believers, right? Not Muslims. Baduan said they were believers, and they were told, until you obey Allah and the Messenger. I know, so maybe you mean believers, not Muslims. Your companion has not strayed, nor has he erred. Which Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad is going to take over? Which one is alive right now? Which Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad is alive? Huh? What is the progeny of Abu Bakr? Umar bin Khattab? Are they alive? Muawiyah? Yazid's progeny is alive? Which progeny is alive? The Sahabas. Which Sahaba's progeny is alive? Race, generations upon generations. Your narrations, some of them are faulty. You can't have a narration that is continuous. Sometimes, you know. There are many mistakes in this Quran and Hadith and many, many contradictions. Nor does he speak out of his desire. It is but a revelation revealed, taught to him by one intense in strength, one of the soundness, and he rose to his true form while he was in the higher horizon. God knows who it is. Then he approached and descended, came down, and was at a distance of 2 bow lengths. He's having union with the Jibrail or something. I don't know who on the horizon. Have you seen your hadiths? Oh my God. And he revealed to his servant what he revealed. The heart did not lie what it saw. So will you dispute with him over what he saw? Right? What he's seeing, he's telling them, the Sahabas, will you dispute with him what he saw? Not even the disbelievers, because he's saying your companion is not mad. Will you dispute with him what he saw? And he certainly saw him in another descent. Okay? You see here, I think somewhere it says, what he saw in his heart. Here, I didn't read it properly. Not lied the heart what it saw. Yeah, because, did I miss this one? And revealed to God's servant what he revealed. The heart did not lie about what it saw. Tell me, who saw it? Who is the one who saw Prophet Muhammad's heart, what was revealed to him in his heart? None of them. None of the Sahabas. At least the Christians say that when Jesus was resurrected, so many of his disciples, all of them saw him. Huh? What a stupid thing to say. How unjust it is. How unjust and stupid to say, are you going to dispute with him what he saw? In his heart. It says here. How he saw it. On the horizon. They didn't see anything on the horizon. It's like delusional. Someone who is a psychotic. Sorry, I have to. Maybe it's normal to have these, nice things, seeing your imagination, creativity. You can start to use this, what you see. But not like him. Because you see, he has to give proof of what he saw. And he doesn't think he needs to give proof. And yet he's saying, he's using Allah to say, will you dispute with them what he saw? His heart added no untruth to what he saw. So will you dispute with them over what he saw? Now they want evidence, right? The Sahabas. Because the Sahabas are saying, who is he saying? Who is he saying to? Who is Allah saying to? So will you dispute with him over what he saw? And Brother Ali, there's someone who calls Allah to witness in his heart and destroys things. It's the fiercest opponent. Destroys crops, animals, nasl, generations, tribes. That's what he did. Surah Baqarah ayat 204, 205. So there's someone who calls Allah to witness his heart, what's in his heart. Surah Baqarah ayat 204 and 205. And what he does. So I saw it in my heart, or I saw it on the horizon. And so here, this ayats, they're so confusing, like you don't know who did he saw on the horizon? You need Quran only, or you need hadiths to explain. And then there are Quran only people also, Muslims. And then I don't know how they choose the hadiths. Whatever the mind says, they choose. That's not the way to do it, because there's another ayat which says, ask those Ahl-i-Zikr if you do not know. Now as a Muslim, you're not supposed to use your mind to pick and choose the hadiths which you like and the seerat of Prophet Muhammad, which you like. You'll be contradicting that ayat. The ayat to use your mind was maybe for the disbelievers of that time. And even that fails because you can't. Someone at Ghalib Kamal's was saying, what? About this ayat, right? We will put abomination on those who do not use their reason. But this is beyond reason, beyond the mind. You need to give us, he needs to give evidence beyond the mind. So they were saying in itself this Quran ayat is a fallacy. It has a fallacy. Inherently. A very intelligent person, I must say. Allah will put abomination on those who do not use their reason. Right? Now tell me, is there compulsion in religion or no compulsion in religion? Allah will put abomination on those. Huh? So if the Muslims tell the ex-Muslims or someone, the atheists, you're using your reason, your mind, you are deviated. They're going against the Quran ayat. They say our minds can only take us so far and the minds need proof. So this would be inherently, to ask the ex-Muslims, atheists like this, for the Muslims would be unjust. But alas, they don't see their injustices they are doing to others with the questioning and contradictions. There's a Quran ayat I cannot find right now. I think it's in, and certainly we have created hell, men, jinn, and mankind. They have hearts with utterly, no. Allah will put abomination on those, going back, who do not use reason. Surah Yunus, ayat 100. Here it is. He places a blight on those who do not use their reason, meaning ritz, uncleanness, najis, najasat, impurity, abomination. So I don't know how to tell you that the way you've come, it's wrong. I've proven it's wrong. Sorry, Brother Ali. Now, can you tell me if there's compulsion in religion? And what does it mean? Not to compel the people. Just don't give me that ayat from Ayatul Kursi, Surah Baqarah. There is no compulsion in religion. Or even Surah Kafirun. What is it? I keep forgetting. In Arabic. For you, your religion, so for me, my religion, I will not believe in what you believe in. Leave alone. Let it be. Right? then how come we will fight those who disbelieve? Before we obliterate your faces. Huh? And someone was telling me then, when I was doing that, before we obliterate your faces. Right? Where is it? Allah has already forgiven the Prophet. Okay? Have you feared not Allah has forgiven you? Establish prayer. Obey Allah and His Messenger, and Allah's, yeah. Oh, where is it? And among those are you, Baduans. I think Surah Tawbah, say, do you await for us except one of the two best things? While we await for you that Allah will afflict you with punishment from Himself or at our hands. So wait, indeed, along with you, we are waiting. Surah Tawbah at 52. Right? And among those around you of the Baduans are hypocrites. Double punishment will they get. Surah Nisa at 47. O you who were given the scripture, believe in what confirming which is with you. Yeah, here it is. So it's not only Allah who can punish, it's also the believers. Anytime Allah will decide and has decided, could decide, to tell the believers to obliterate their faces. Why? You were given, oh you who were given the scripture, believe in what we have sent down, confirming that it is with you, showing that it's confirming that is with them. There's so many differences. It wasn't, in the Bible it doesn't say Ishmael. Abraham tried to sacrifice Isaac. Confirming that is with you before we obliterate faces. It doesn't confirm that is with them. And this, before we obliterate, it's a threat to them. Like the faces will be obliterated physically. Right there. It's a threat. It's forced conversion. This is the style of forced conversion, for goodness sakes. Forced marriage, Zainab bin Josh and Zaid. And this is a very clear ayat without the hadith. I'm using the hadith of Surah Ahzab, ayat 36. Zainab bin Josh. I'm using the Shia hadith. But here, so you take Surah Nisa at 47. If someone tells you, no, only Allah can punish them. No. Allah has said in another ayat, you have to take that ayat too. Surah Tawbah at 52. While we await for you that Allah will afflict you with punishment from Himself or at our hands, believers' hands. Now what else? So let me just go on. Proof of Prophet Muhammad's dishonesty and perversion in Quran ayats. Can you tell me, exchanging wives, if you're an Arab, can you tell me what it actually means, or is it a broad? Does it mean exchanging wives with others' wives? Huh? And then we have, does it mean Surah Ahzab, ayat 52? Seems like it. Surah Tawbah at 99. But among the Bedouins are some who believe in Allah and the last day and consider what they spend as means of nearness to Allah and of obtaining invocations of the Messenger. They have to obtain. You know what? Saleh. It doesn't say barakat, blessing. Ask any Arab. The prayers of the Messenger. Consider what they spend as means of nearness to Allah. He's such a dishonest. He's taking money out of them. And there's an ayat which says, oh, wait, let me see, what have I done here? Al Imran verse 93 is for what? And those who take protectors besides him say, oh, so these worshipping, let them be, these idol worshippers. Surah Zumar, sorry, it's not I should have put 30. It's not Al Imran, so I've made a mistake here. Just let me correct this. It's Surah 38 or 39? Or 39. Surah Zumar. Let me just put Surah Zumar here. Since I've forgotten the number of the ayat. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. Huh? You know, these, they used to worship the awliyas in order to have nearness to Allah. Let me just say this, that maybe they didn't even take money from them, but we don't know. Now here, but we're told that the Prophet Muhammad used to take money from them. How? In what a clever way. Look, obtaining. But among the Bedouins are some who believe in Allah in the last day and consider what they spend as means spending. And there's also another ayat in Surah Tawbah. Take alms out of their wealth for them and pray for them. Take alms out of their wealth. What a clever person. Now he's taking money. He's made himself like the, you know, these people who used to, we're told in Surah Zumar. Oh, it's 39 and he's, sorry. I just have to correct this before I forget. I cannot afford to make a mistake here because the Muslims will, anything I say would be held against me. Any mistake I make, loud voice I speak in. And then what has he done in Surah Anam 90? Sahih International Translation. Those are the ones whom Allah has guided. So from their guidance, take an example. Say, I ask of you for this message, no payment. No, of course, for this message you will not ask a payment. Because Abraham said, I don't ask for no payment. So follow Abraham, the monotheistic, Hanif, upright. It is not but a reminder for the worlds. Right? And Surah Furqan, ayat 57, I think, Surah 25. Sahih International, say, I do not ask of you for it any payment. Only that whoever wills might take to his Lord away. Then the Shia say, another ayat, what? Surah 42, ayat 23. Ajre Risalat. My payment is that you love near of kin. And then the Shias have made that ayat, that love of Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein. It's not a general ayat that you will give him the reward for his risalat by loving your family members. No. Your near of kin. No. Showing kindness to or love to Prophet Muhammad's family members. Then we have this, because your own family members, if they choose disbelief, you can't show them love at all, any affection, any love. Then you see there, here, no payment, and then payment. Even if it's not money, in Surah 42 ayat 23, there is a reward asked for it. Ajre Risala, the message of prophethood. The message. Say, I do not ask of you for it any payment. But then you come up here and you see how he's looting you, how he's deceiving you. Now you need to spend in the way of Allah to get nearness, means of nearness to Allah. This is such a joke, really. You need to spend zakah, like this person, Muslim, she asked me on email, yeah, but what do you think, what do Shias meaning think of zakah? Huh. This is the poor Shias, what we think, of course, homes we give. Huh. But zakat is something different for us. But we give zakat also, right? All that. Means of nearness to Allah and of obtaining invocation of the messenger. It's not for free. He'll pray for you. It's saleh, right? Prayer. Not only do you believe in Allah in the last day, but consider what they spend as means of nearness to Allah. You're bartering with Allah. Business. And also obtaining, you will get, what will you get? Like this. And those poor idol worshippers, they worship them to get nearness to Allah. Surah Zumar ayat 3. They worship them to get nearness to Allah, but Allah has made exclusively religion for Him, purely for Him, and that you spend as means of nearness to Allah and of obtaining invocation. He'll pray for you when you give money. He's made spending like, okay, if you don't have, and consider what they spend, means of nearness to Allah, right? And of invocation, prayers of the messenger. Unquestionably, it is the means of nearness. Unquestionably, it is the means of nearness for them. Allah will admit them to His mercy. So much spending. You know, there's another ayat in Surah Tawbah. Take alms out of the wealth for them and pray for them. Then also for getting nearness to Allah, you have to and obtain His prayers. You have to spend. And at that time, you cannot imagine how much rich he got, like this. Or maybe he was a caravan robber, and it's true, those hadiths. And the seerat also of his. This is crazy stuff. Huh? Surah Furqan says, I ask no payment. But now, no. But now, you know how the beautiful, spend your money in obtaining invocation of the messenger. Unquestionably, it is a means of nearness for them, to Allah, towards Allah. Getting nearness to Allah. Obtaining invocations of the messenger. Leave when you are invited. Don't call him from the back of some chamber or something. Don't call out to him. It's like he's on his wedding night with Zainab. Surah Azab ayat came down. He's too shy to tell his guests to leave. Spend. What a clever way I can. So if you've missed out on all the ample evidence that this is shaitan, this is the devil, dishonest. Ample evidence in Quran ayats that I'm extracting out and getting clues and hints and trying to explain, showing you. After proving that the Quran is false and Islam is a false religion, and this was a false prophet. Now there's more addition to that. Additionally, and here we go, Surah Azab, ayat 56. What is this? We learn that God and the angels offer salat to the Prophet. You know, offering salat to the Prophet. I couldn't go to this website about this. It was, you know, in Surah Azab, ayat 56, it's that God, it's salih, you know, yusalli. What does it mean? It means that God and the angels offer salat to the Prophet. They're offering salat to the Prophet. Yani they're praying to the Prophet. Oh, that's it. And no association. This is worship. Surah Azab, ayat 37. O Prophet, call to mind when you said to him. So this I explained earlier on. I came here. Surah Azab, exchanging of wives. Please see, Muslims, mu'mineen, mu'minat, believing men and women. You know how he did the exchange, so it's not surprising. He married Zaid, his adopted son's wife. And this is what this perverted man likes. That's why. What the Shia's telling me, my aunt, that she was his cousin and why wouldn't he marry her before and this? Because he's a weird, he's a maniac, some sicko. He's a sick person. First of all, it doesn't say helping the orphans or the slave girls or the captives women. It says, even if the beauty were to please you. Now you see, God has stopped this sicko until he can't get married. But still God has allowed him, this sick man. Nor is it for you now allowed to exchange them for other wives. What does this mean? So if you can't get the proper meaning of this, and you have to do guesswork, or look in the hadith, find what Sahaba said, what Prophet Muhammad himself said. That's not the way to do the research to get the truth. So what do? So when Zaid had, that's why this ayat has this thing. Sorry, this ayat has contradictions in it. It fails here. And you're telling me to go further and further and further and further. He was a sicko. That's how, because he was exchanging wives. He gave Zainab to, forced her to marry Zaid. Then he wants her. You know, another person's wife, sometimes they say, you take your own wife for granted, even though she's beautiful in the eyes of others. Once you marry her, I want your wife. Zainab has become my cousin, so beautiful. Wait. I have to do something about this. But because this ayat, why am I doing so much saying things, analyzing? Because I have a hint. Because it says here, we don't know. But I learned from ex-Muslim Ahmad and his Arabic, I don't know. But I have to kind of take it now. He says, no, it is right. Exchanging wives for other men's wives. He was doing Surah Zabayat 52. Otherwise, just say divorce wives. So, doesn't say talaq. There's a whole Surah Talaq, it doesn't say that. What was he doing exchanging them for other wives? Maybe others' wives? But ex-Muslim Ahmed says his Arabic is better. How could I could debate with him. I could ask him a question, but I just kept quiet at that time because there was maybe not the right time to ask him. Suppose exchanging wives, this means like exchanging, like you exchange currency. You take another country's currency, right? Oh my God. So that's why I came back to this ayat. Surah Azab ayat 37. To tell you how sick he is, how roundabout manner. So one part of it has come here, which I have now seen. Dug it out. Hint is here. And look how beautiful he's made it, and how for you believers, and right under your noses, you can't go against the command of Prophet Muhammad. It's like going against the command of Allah. And 36 ayat also says the same thing. And it was for Zainab and Zaid at that time. Not for that time, but you know what I mean. It was used. It came down because of that. And now for all you believing men and women, you can not have your opinions or anything when a matter has been decided about you or your marriage even. So he forced Zainab, whereas he can marry as many as he likes, differ whom he wants to go to, as he wishes. So the hint was given here, so I used that. And I said, yes, exchanging wives, is it talaq? And then or marry other wives? No. Or what do? You don't exchange them, taking additional women after this. Maybe it's, no one's wives, but nor is it for you to exchange them for wives, other wives. What does this mean? Other wives? Exchange them for other wives? I've never seen so I got confused. Maybe it means exchanging another man's wife. So he's always taking, he's not giving anything, don't worry. He won't be giving his wife. I don't know what, but here there's a hint. Please see. And how he has changed it and given to you so beautifully. It's a yes, for sure. Adopted son, Zahra, is not his real son. Allah says the truth, right? But for God's sakes, you're missing this part. It's a command to Zaid to keep his wife and fear Allah, taqwa. If a person doesn't have taqwa of Allah, Muslim, he's not a Muslim. And there's a contradiction here. How can Zaid then break this command of Allah, a prophet, and even Allah and 36 and prophet, and divorce his wife? Accomplished what and how it's put, accomplished what he would of her, we gave her in marriage to you. Exchange, like he's taken his wife, but he wouldn't give his wife to him. That we're not told, yeah. So maybe, but what did say, exchange in Arabic? Yeah, what an exchange. I wonder who he gave to Zaid. This is a sick man. When the first part of the ayat has fallen apart, you're sticking to, someone will come and tell me, oh, but he made it easy and the wise, his wisdom, Allah's. And Baba, look at the ruling here. In this ayat, ruling is keep your wife. This is a command. And what is the ruling of Allah's Prophet's command? Obey Allah and the Messenger. What is the ruling? Please tell me, someone. There are contradictions in this ayat, Surah Azab. So from that, what is the ruling? Can you break a command of Prophet Muhammad? Can you disobey Prophet Muhammad? Whatever he commands, gives you, take it. If you don't take it, what happens to you? You become a disbeliever, you'll be burning in hell, abiding there. Right? Flipping faces. Surah Azab ayat, later on. Numbers, I forget, 70, somewhere in 69. What? How I wish I'd obeyed Allah and the Messenger. Your faces will be flipping in hellfire, burning. Now what else is there? So if you disobey, you people are no brain. For goodness sakes. You are worshipping a sicko, spending money, saying, give it to Prophet. No. Don't do that. Sorry. The sound came, my mobile just fell from it. So now, what are you doing with this? What are you doing to your... Who are you worshipping? Who are you spending money on? Those people at that time, I feel really sorry for them. Really saddened. Tragic to give him money. How he's embezzled money, how he's extortion, taken money. Zakah is so good. This is what Allah has told us to do. Now that Prophet Muhammad taught, nearness to Allah, it will take us. And how will Prophet Muhammad pray for you now? Who will you give money to? The Sahaba's progeny, the Imam's progeny, his progeny. And what was it? Look at this, please look at this. It is not a suggestion. It is an order. Keep your wife and fear Allah. There's a question of taqwa or khawf or taqwa. Muttaqeen. Oh God. Right? For goodness sakes. And what more is, it's a command. How could Zaid divorce his wife? Surah Nisa, ayat 80, I remember. Because I was watching Dr. Khalil Andani and he gave it to us. Whoever obeys the messenger has truly obeyed Allah. Now if you disobey Allah, if the messenger tells you jump, you will definitely jump, right? Forget how high, whatever. Let's say he comes here and tells you jump. You'll get up and jump. If you don't, what will happen to you? You will be in a great loss. ayat Surah Azab, ayat 36. Many, many such ayats. You will be flipping in the fire if you disobey. You better not disobey what he says. Okay? Has truly obeyed Allah. Surah Nisa ayat 80. Where, so now, I think I'm tired. I hope I've given a fair answer to you, Ali brother. Please, next, come up with something better. I'm really sorry. This is not the way to do research to find the truth about something with evidence proof. I've told people here who come, subscribe, watch, do your research. Do it honestly. Do the research, how to do research, how to find. How will you find a culprit criminal who acts good, a hypocrite, and tells the others are hypocrites, blaming others being hypocrites? And they will be twice punished. And he's on such a level position, right? That he's using Allah. This is too much. Okay, but to find a criminal, and also Allah says, like, how would you know this book is true? First of all, Allah said the Bible, Torah, they have been corrupted. But you look into them, you ask the Ahl Zikr. My goodness. How? All these things. And Abraham, when does Abraham come? That you two are divided about Abraham, Jews and Christians. There's a ayat. And Abraham came. What nonsense is that ayat? I can't find it right now. That just, what is this? Abraham? No. Ask me about, like, ask the Quran. Allah, Jibreel is coming. What in the... Abraham came after, what? Before you, what? My God. That ayat doesn't make sense. Now you, Ahle Kitab, you are divided about Abraham. Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry, excuse me. So I made a video of Jesus Christ saying, because, I say be free. There's a quote from Jesus Christ in John. And that video was not, it was failing, one video, but it's some sound. Anyways, let me show you. So I had to make a new video and not bring that church. Because I said, truth, whatever quotes, I use other quotes also from movies and all. So then, the Muslims will come here and say, are you Christian? That's true. So thank God my phone was getting stuck, and then it would go off and then come back, like, what do you say? Go off and on. And I said, I better not use this. Jesus' quote. Because Jesus said, the truth will set you free. Because I wanted to know, I heard it, that the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. And it's in the Bible, and Jesus has said it. Although I'm not a Christian, then I said, good. Because, then the Muslims will come here. Even when I've put Truth Seeker, they keep saying, are you a Christian? You're Hindutva, you're this, God knows what. So, this problem. Now, where was I going? I forgot. The last part is, oh yes, about Abraham. You are divided, what was that ayat? That's not even worth. you are divided in dispute about Abraham or something. When he came, I couldn't understand. I mean, what is this? As for those who divide their religion and break they have been at Abraham. He has ordained for you religion, angel, and Abraham. Can't find it. God knows where that ayat was. You are divided about Abraham, and Abraham came after them, after you. God knows what that ayat is. Apostate Aladdin, thank God. Then I saw a video he's made when Abraham said, "My Lord, you are me." No. You are divided. What are you? You the Jews, the Jews and Christians. They say Abraham has asked, and maybe I don't know what this is. Abraham was neither a Jew nor he was one. Where's that ayat? I had found. Sorry, I can't find it now. You'll just have to. They say become Jews or Christians, you will then be guided. Say Abraham's sect, for he was a seeker of truth. I can't find it. Apostate Aladdin has made a video on this. They say become Jews or Christians. Say, nay, I would rather take the religion. They are divided about Abraham, and Abraham came, before them. As if you know Abraham. Sorry, I can't find that verse. Maybe when I was... no, I can't find it. I can't guess, sorry. Maybe when I was on that surah, can't remember. They say become Jews or Christians. So I had to bring that out. But now I have to leave, and they say be Jews or Christians, and you shall say nay. But ours is the creed of Abraham, who turned away from all that is false, and was not of those who ascribe divinity to Allah, or do not associate anyone with, doesn't associate. Really, this the translations of this. The Jews and Christians are in dispute, about Abraham. This is a terrible religion. False religion, moreover, it's the worst I've ever. Concealing accusations on the Quranic accusation of scriptural falsification. No, Abraham in truth was not a Jew, neither Christian, but he was a Muslim. Okay. No, not Abraham, neither. Can't find that ayat. Oh, people, why do you dispute about Abraham? While the Torah and the Gospel were not sent long after him. So how is God telling us that to rely on these scriptures, and even the one coming now about Abraham? Ali Imran verse 65, I found it. Right? Islam Awakened. Let's go to Islam Awakened. Oh God. So if you use this kind of God's reasoning, O people of the book, why do you argue concerning Abraham while not was revealed the Torah and the Injil except from after him? Then why don't you use your intellect? Huh? Oh my God. What? So thank God, Aladdin, I was like, what is this? So I found an old, 1-year-old video uploaded by apostate Aladdin on this island. I was like, oh my goodness, because I was searching. Like I became an ex-Muslim, started to doubt my religion, and I needed some help. So I searched, and that's extra help for me, extra support for me that the ex-Muslims have given me on social media, like gaining more information, more and more and more. But it was my decision. I take responsibility. I was the one who became an ex-Muslim on my own. So now are you convinced why I am an apostate? Do you understand? This is the way I find evidence from the Quran against Quranites. This is my way of research, Brother Ali. And I will never worship, hopefully. Now that I know he's a liar, why should I worship Prophet Muhammad? He's this, see, so from, this is disgusting. Another disgusting thing here, evil intended by Allah. Look, evil is intended by Allah. This is if he intends for you, and how dare you even say this and then kill the blasphemers against Allah? How dare you say this in Surah Azab at 17? Say who is it that can? It doesn't say adversary. Adversary or some evil is in another Surah Yunus ayat 107. Surah 10th ayat 107. If Allah should touch you with adversity or test you, whatever it may mean. Even here the other translator says inflicts harm on you. When would Allah inflict harm on you? Allah is harmless. Imam Hussein has said, oh God, you are so needless that you yourself cannot benefit yourself. Then how can we give you anything? Oh my God, this is so funny, Shias. It gets funnier and more disgusting as ever. Exchanging wives. This is how he enjoyed giving Zainab, his cousin, yes, she was his cousin, to Zaid and getting her back, exchange wife. You see? And ask yourself, why did Allah put a stop to him? Not because the wives were, maybe that also, but he's a false prophet, and this one, Allah knows, the Satan comes to him, and that poor true God is, Satan has taken over the Quranites. And this satanic religion will succeed, has been succeeding. Ali, brother. So, thank you. Okay, I have to go now. Sorry. Hope you see this, Ali, brother. And not follow Satan, worship Satan. Or spread this satanic religion. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a great, wonderful, blessed day. Make life beautiful for people, others also. Please stop spreading this satanic religion. It's sick. It gets sicker and sicker when I show you the Quran ayats through my research, the way I have to, the way it should be researched. Thank you so much. God bless you, your country, your family, your all. May they come out of the satanic religion also. Much always. God bless you much always. All of you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.